Oh shit, I didn't record it. 안녕하세요 여러분, 원입니다. 제 영상을 보면은 많은 분들이 컴퓨터 공학을 전공하지 않았는데 어떻게 개발자가 될 수 있나, 아니면은 내 나이가 지금 이 정도인데 지금 개발을 시작해도 너무 늦지 않았나, 내가 지금 개발자로 취직할 수 있나, 이런 걸 물어보는 분들이 많더라고요. 근데 사실 우리 같은 한국인들은 이 나이에 대한 개념이 너무 세기 때문에 내 나이가 이걸 하기에 너무 늦지 않았나, 이런 생각을 많이 하는데 미국 애들은 그런 생각을 많이 안 하거든요. 그래서 오늘은 컴퓨터 과학을 전공하지 않고 개발자로 일을 하고 있는 제 친구를 데리고 어떻게 해서 비전공자가 실리콘밸리에서 일을 하는 개발자가 됐나에 대해서 같이 한번 말해볼게요. Why don't we introduce ourselves first?
Okay. Well, what do you want me to say?
So what did you study in college?
Chemical engineering.
Okay.
Still type of engineering.
Still type of
just
engineering,
in a
yeah.
different industry.
What did you do right after college?
I worked as an R&D scientist for a consumer products company, but I started learning to program while I was working there. I wasn't really happy with that career path.
What made you decide to learn coding?
Honestly, a lot of my friends were developers. They knew I wasn't really happy and they said, I know you would like this. And they told me to try codeacademy.com. So I started with that.
You didn't start with reading books?
No, I started with kind of an interactive module online.
It's like a website where you can study coding.
Yeah.
So you had a lot of developer friends and they kind of encouraged you to study coding.
Exactly.
Yeah.
As I dove in more, I didn't necessarily read textbooks, but there's a lot of resources online.
Blogs.
Blogs, different articles about different CS concepts.
That's funny because my other video I told people to not start with books when they first start coding, and that's true.
It's true. I like to read how to do something and then see an example, and it helps me learn better.
So you started that way for a few months, then after that you realized you liked coding.
Yeah, I realized I liked it. Started to take it more seriously. A year after I initially started teaching myself, I ended up going to a coding bootcamp. I waited a while because one, I wanted to make sure I really liked it. Also needed to save up money to pay for that.
Alright, so after a year you were convinced that you really liked coding.
I was convinced I really liked it, was able to pay for the program.
Yeah, there's a lot at stake. You have to quit your job, you have to pay for the boot camp.
Yes, and then your uncertain amount of time after of being unemployed as well.
Yeah. A lot of people in Korea actually go through the same thing too. There are boot camps in Korea, but I don't know how the experience will differ.
The program I was in was 13 weeks. 1 week in the middle was a break as we still had a project to work on.
Got it.
It was 6 days a week, so Monday through Saturday. On Monday through Friday it was almost 12 hours a day, and on Saturday
12 hours a day?
Yeah.
Okay.
And on Saturday it was just I think it was 9 to 5.
Wait, on Saturdays too?
Yep.
So
I
it's
had no
harder
life.
than college then.
It's just a lot of hours.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
just like a condensed version of college.
And what do they teach you?
Depends where you go, but the one I did was focused on web development, fundamentals, a lot of the popular front-end frameworks.
Like
and
React.
Yeah, we learned Backbone. We also learned Angular and React.
So you learned 3 frameworks.
Yes. We also learned about databases, querying SQL and NoSQL databases.
How many people were in the batch?
Each one had 30 people.
And then how many fell off during the course?
But ours, I think there were maybe 8. So actually, I mentioned the break in the middle. So at the end of the first 6 weeks, you take this midterm.
Midterm?
Yeah.
So it is like college.
It is like college. You have to pass, and if you do not pass, then you don't move on to the second portion.
Oh, okay. So after boot camp, how did you find your first job?
Finding a job is a full-time job.
Yes.
I spent 40 hours a week looking and applying for jobs and also studying. So you kind of have to be very self-disciplined. I made a schedule for myself every day. So every morning I would wake up and spend the first 2 hours looking for and applying to at least 5 companies.
5 companies per day?
Per day.
Okay.
Because at the time I'm essentially resetting my experience. I had 2 years of working experience, but 0 years of professional software engineering experience.
So you knew you were starting from the bottom?
I knew I was, and I knew that would be a challenge. After that, I would spend the rest of the day learning something new.
On top of the things that you learned from the bootcamp?
Yes.
Okay.
The one thing that's super important for companies that you don't always learn in depth at bootcamp is algorithms and in depth on common data structures. So it took me a month and a half.
It's not long at all.
No, it's not.
A month
actually.
and a half? That's really good, actually.
The average for people is about 3 months.
Because you were good.
Well, I was just really adamant about applying.
So you applied to at least 150 companies then?
Yeah, probably.
Oh
a
my
lot of
God.
rejections.
Let's say you applied to 150 companies. How many rejections did you have to bear at that point? This might be painful, but...
No, it's okay. A lot of companies don't respond.
Okay.
I do still have a rejection folder on my email. I kept
So
it
you
on,
hold your grudge.
I kept it on purpose
Uh-huh.
so one day I could just like look back on it. I think I have like probably 50 emails in there.
Good for you.
Thanks. The best strategy was finding someone to reach out to.
So you found an insider, basically.
Yeah.
So you basically cold called through LinkedIn.
Cold messaged.
Cold
yeah.
messaged. This is really funny because in another video I said exactly the same thing. Instead of applying online, they should try to find someone first.
Yeah,
You know?
a lot of companies have algorithms that look at your resume and parse you out. Because I could tell with those after a while, because hours later or the very next day, around the same time, I'd receive the rejection.
Yeah. You want to get past that stage.
Yeah, even if like a friend of a friend knows someone, sometimes they might be willing to help, not always.
Yeah,
But
gotta ask all your friends.
yeah, exactly.
So you were very strategic.
I guess so.
Yeah.
It was one of those like, I'm changing my life. I gave up a lot for this. It's going to work out.
If you compare what you thought a developer might be to what it actually is like, how is it different?
One thing I didn't expect is it's a lot more collaborative, because when you start learning and just working on projects on your own, you're coding 100% of the time.
Yep.
But then when you get to a company, it's on such a bigger scale that you have to be talking to lots of different people and understanding how to make everything work together. For me, that was a good thing.
Because you're good at communication. You're
Well,
more
I
social
tried,
than others.
thank you.
Yeah. Would you say it paid off? All your studying, going to boot camp?
Yeah, it's honestly crazy to think how much in my life has changed.
For the better.
For the better, yeah. It's been awesome. The tech life in general treats their employees a lot better. From that standpoint alone, it's been good. Yeah.
I see. Do you have any plans for the future?
I have planned. My next 5 years are probably the years that I need to be focusing on my career the most.
Okay.
Can't say I know what comes after that, but I want to take this time to learn as much as I can from other people. In the next 5 years, I probably see myself staying at different size companies to kind of absorb as much as I can. Or my ultimate goal would be I kind of start my own business, get different clients so I can have a lot of freedom in my schedule.
Yeah, I feel like every developer kind of dreams of having their own business sometime.
Yeah, I mean, I think the idea of being in control of your own time is attractive to people.
Yeah.
So I think that's my goal for now.
What about becoming a digital nomad?
That is definitely on the list.
Maybe down the line, not now.
Down the line. I've been really into passive income lately, so the idea of creating a side project that generates some money so I can take off time and travel would be cool.
And it pays your rent.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
I can't say I'm doing anything right now. Right now I'm just doing things for fun. But
Right. Should we include a message of encouragement for the people?
Understand that it will be a lot of hard work, but if you work hard, you can do it. Sorry, that sounded really cliche.
Do it one more time?
Yeah,
Okay.
I do. You can do it at any point. It's just a lot of hard work.